Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered when the face looking back started to change? The lines, the dryness, the fatigue in the eyes, they don't just appear overnight. They're messengers. They tell the story of time, yes, but also of what we've been feeding our bodies day after day, year after year. I've been a doctor long enough to see something remarkable in my patients. Two people, same age, same background, yet one looks vibrant and moves with ease, while the other struggles with stiffness, dull skin, and low energy. What made the difference? Not luck, not genes, but the quiet power of their daily choices. In my 70s now, I've learned this. Beauty fades only if we let it. Aging, when guided with care and intention, can be graceful, even empowering. And perhaps the most underestimated medicine of all is food. I'm not talking about fads or supplements sold with hollow promises. I'm talking about real food, the kind that has been growing from the earth or swimming in the sea long before we ever needed science to prove its worth. Here's something most people overlook. Your skin, your brain, your heart, they are not separate systems fighting different battles. They are one orchestra. If inflammation creeps in, the harmony breaks. That inflammation is not only inside your joints or arteries, it's showing up as sagging skin, as memory lapses, as exhaustion. What you eat can either pour fuel on that fire or gently extinguish it. So why do so many of us ignore this? Because we've been told aging is a problem to fight with pills, injections, or expensive creams. But the truth is, no cream can fix what's missing from your breakfast. No surgery can reverse years of poor nutrition. If your skin looks tired, it's very likely your brain and gut feel the same. We must stop separating surface from substance. That's why I want to talk to you not about miracle cures, but about food. The foods that have the power to heal from the inside out. These are not just healthy options. They are your daily allies in turning the tide of aging. They can hydrate your cells, rebuild your collagen, soothe your inflammation, and even protect your brain. They can bring color back to your cheeks and clarity back to your thoughts. Imagine waking up feeling lighter, not just in your body, but in your spirit. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing not a younger version of yourself, but a wiser one that reflects the care you've invested over the years. That's not a fantasy. That is what food, chosen wisely, can quietly and steadily offer you. This is not about fear of aging. It's about respect for the years to come. It's about making your next chapter stronger, not smaller. And the first step is learning which foods work for you, not against you. So let's begin this journey, together, with open eyes and open hearts. Because aging isn't the end. It's just the beginning of a more intentional, more radiant way of living. Your skin is more than just a layer of protection. It's a living diary. It tells the world how well you've lived, how much sun you've soaked in, how well you've slept, and most of all, what you've fed yourself. And at the heart of this quiet storyteller is one crucial protein: collagen. When we are young, collagen flows abundantly through our skin, giving it structure, bounce, and glow. But as the years pass, that supply begins to wane. And when collagen drops, we don't just see it, we feel it. Skin starts to sag. Wrinkles appear. That radiant firmness begins to soften. But here's the truth that few talk about enough. Collagen isn't just about vanity. It's about cellular structure. It holds tissues together, supports healing, and keeps your skin resilient through life's storms. And the body doesn't just make collagen out of thin air. It needs help. It needs ingredients, the same way a house needs bricks and mortar. Enter vitamin C. Without it, your body can't produce collagen properly. I've seen people reach for collagen powders and fancy creams, forgetting that the engine behind collagen production is powered by something as humble as an orange or a handful of strawberries. Vitamin C acts like a spark, igniting the process your body uses to repair and rebuild skin. It doesn't just support skin that looks better. It supports skin that heals better, functions better, lives better. But the story doesn't end there. Whole foods rich in vitamin C don't work alone. They come with allies: polyphenols, those powerful plant compounds, and dietary fiber both play critical roles in reducing inflammation, supporting gut health, and even protecting your DNA. It's not about taking a pill. It's about consuming food that comes with layers of benefits, like citrus, bell peppers, kiwis, and tomatoes. These are not exotic, expensive ingredients. They're found in any grocery store, quietly waiting to do their work. Let me tell you something that stays with me to this day. A large study in the United Kingdom found that women who consumed more vitamin C through their diets had fewer wrinkles and less skin dryness, even after accounting for age, sun exposure, and physical activity. The food they chose outweighed all other variables. That's how powerful these choices are. It's not magic, it's biology. Real food affects your cells, your collagen, and your confidence. You see, food doesn't just impact your skin today. It sets the stage for how your skin will look and feel a decade from now. Every meal is a message you send to your body. And when that message includes foods rich in vitamin C, you're telling your body, I want to heal, I want to protect, I want to thrive. So tomorrow morning, when you slice a kiwi or squeeze fresh lemon into your water, remember, you're not just eating. You're rebuilding. You're renewing. You're investing in a version of yourself that is stronger, more vibrant, more rooted in health than ever before. There is a quiet fire that burns inside the body, often unnoticed until the damage is done. This fire is inflammation. While short bursts of it can help us heal from a cut or fight off a virus, chronic inflammation is another story. It lingers, it smolders, and over time, it weakens everything we hold dear: our memory, our heart function, our joints, and even the elasticity of our skin. What's striking is how many people live with this internal fire every day, unaware. They feel tired, foggy, achy, emotionally worn down. They blame aging. But in truth, their food is feeding the fire. Sugar-heavy breakfasts, processed snacks, lack of fiber, and absence of color on the plate. These aren't just bad habits. They're slow fuel for cellular breakdown. But here's the good news. Just as certain foods can stoke the fire, others can put it out. I've seen what happens when people begin to eat anti-inflammatory foods daily. They don't just feel better. They begin to glow. Their skin looks calmer, less reactive. They regain mental clarity. They breathe easier. They sleep deeper. They stand taller, literally and metaphorically. Let's start with turmeric. This golden root is more than a spice. It's one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatories we know. When consumed regularly, especially with a bit of black pepper to help absorption, it helps calm the body's inflammatory response. Then there's green tea, subtle, earthy, and quietly powerful. It's rich in antioxidants that guard your cells, including those in the brain and skin. And omega-3 fatty acids? They are the great healers. Found in salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia seeds, they support brain function, ease joint pain, and reduce the puffiness and dullness that aging skin often carries. Your cardiovascular system, too, benefits from this healing. When blood vessels stay relaxed and inflammation is low, your heart doesn't have to work so hard. Your circulation improves. Your brain gets more oxygen. Your skin receives better nourishment. I recall a clinical study done in Florida. It followed adults who consumed high levels of anti-inflammatory foods and found they had better cognition and fewer signs of brain aging. These weren't isolated results. Their skin also appeared more youthful, confirming what we've long suspected, that beauty and brain health are not separate. They are both fed by the same choices. Now, Let's talk about leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. They're not just salad fillers, they are biological allies. Packed with antioxidants, fiber, and phytonutrients, these greens help mop up the oxidative stress that ages you from the inside out. And garlic and ginger? They may seem simple, but they've been revered for centuries in traditional diets for a reason. They lower inflammation gently, naturally, through every meal they touch. If you've never thought of food as medicine, now is the time. This isn't about restriction. It's about restoration. Every anti-inflammatory food you add is a gift to your future self. A calmer heart, a clearer mind, a brighter skin tone, and fewer hospital visits down the line. What you eat today echoes into tomorrow, and the more you choose anti-inflammatory foods, the more your body begins to whisper, not scream. The aches fade, the brain sharpens, the mirror softens. And you remember, aging is not decay. It's transformation, if you feed it wisely. Inside your body, beyond the reach of any mirror or medical scan, lives a vast world. It's not your heart, or your brain, or your muscles. It's your microbiome, a community of trillions of bacteria that quietly shape your life in ways most people never realize. These microscopic beings influence your mood, your weight, your immune system, and even the appearance of your skin. And what you feed them determines whether they help you age gracefully or break you down from within. I've sat across from countless patients who've struggled with brain fog, chronic fatigue, bloating, and skin that just won't glow, no matter how many products they try. And when we dig deeper, what we find isn't always disease. It's dysbiosis, an imbalanced gut. The bacteria meant to protect and support are starving. Why? Because we forgot to feed them what they need most: fiber. Fiber isn't just roughage. It's nourishment for your gut's best workers. When you consume plant foods rich in fiber, think beans, lentils, oats, quinoa, berries, vegetables, you're sending a message to your gut microbiome: thrive. And when they thrive, something magical happens. They produce short-chain fatty acids, powerful compounds that lower inflammation, strengthen the gut lining, and influence the health of your entire body. These compounds don't just stay in your intestines. They travel. They move through your bloodstream, reaching your brain, your joints, your skin. They quiet down the inflammation that leads to memory loss, achy knees, or dry, sagging skin. They act as peacemakers, calming the immune system and supporting healing. Have you ever noticed how some people in their 60s or 70s still move with ease, laugh freely, and radiate a kind of inner energy? It's not magic. Often, it's fiber. A gut that's cared for is a body that can resist the weight of aging. When your microbiome is balanced, your digestion improves, your hormones stabilize, and even your sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. And yet, most Americans don't eat nearly enough fiber. It's not a lack of willpower. It's a lack of knowledge. We've been trained to count calories, not fibers. But if you want to feel lighter, sharper, and younger, forget the fads, and remember this: every meal is a chance to nourish your inner ecosystem. So how do you do it? Start small. Add lentils to your soup, swap your white rice for quinoa, snack on carrots or sliced cucumbers instead of chips. Begin your day with oatmeal topped with raspberries or chia seeds. These choices are simple, inexpensive, and deeply transformative. There's also a part of your gut called the cecum, where many of these bacteria live. It's near your appendix, a part of the body once thought useless. But now we know it may play a role in managing your microbiome. Every bite you take influences what happens there. Every fiber-rich food is a handshake with the bacteria that work around the clock to protect you. And let's not forget the skin. A happy gut shows up as fewer breakouts, better hydration, and a smoother complexion. When your microbiome is balanced, your body doesn't just function better, it looks better. You glow from the inside out. Aging isn't just about wrinkles or gray hair. It's about how your systems work together, silently, day by day. By feeding your gut with fiber, you're feeding your future. And that's a future where you don't just survive, you thrive. There's a truth many people know deep down but hesitate to face. Alcohol, for all its place in celebration and culture, is no friend to your body. And for those of us entering the second half of life, the toll it takes becomes more visible, more stubborn, more defining. You may notice it in the morning puffiness that no cream can hide, or in the dryness around your mouth, the deepening of wrinkles, the dullness that even sleep can't restore. Alcohol isn't just dehydrating your skin, it's injuring the very cells meant to keep you youthful. In my years as a physician, I've seen how excessive drinking accelerates cellular aging in ways most people never imagine. The science is clear. Alcohol is a toxin, and not just in the moral sense. It literally damages the membranes of your cells. It slows collagen production, disrupts the skin's ability to repair, and even kills off the fibroblasts that help your skin stay firm and elastic. If you're nourishing your body with vitamin C and healthy fats but still drinking heavily, you're taking one step forward and two steps back. I recall a study from Europe where researchers exposed skin cells to alcohol in the lab. The results were sobering. Collagen production dropped sharply. Some cells simply died. Others couldn't repair themselves. That's what happens behind the scenes of a few glasses of wine too many. Over time, your skin becomes parched, sagging, less responsive. But the damage doesn't stop at the surface. Alcohol also impairs brain function, weakens your heart, and disrupts the harmony of your gut microbiome. But I'm not here to tell you to live like a monk. I believe in humanity. I've raised a glass at weddings, toasted birthdays, and celebrated the birth of grandchildren. A single drink, in the right moment, can be part of life's richness. But what I urge you to do is to be honest with yourself. If alcohol is part of your daily rhythm, if it's your answer to stress or boredom, it may be time to reconsider. Because the price it asks is far greater as we age. Now, let's bring this journey together. You've learned about collagen, vitamin C, anti-inflammatory foods, the power of fiber, and the gut microbiome. These are not abstract theories. They are choices you can make every day. Your kitchen can become your pharmacy. Your plate can become your medicine cabinet. And the mirror, the way it reflects back your efforts, will begin to change. Imagine looking at yourself not with regret or longing, but with pride, knowing you are doing your part to stay strong, alert, radiant. Aging isn't a curse. It's a privilege. Not everyone gets to grow older, but for those of us who do, we must ask, how will we do it? With bitterness and decline? Or with grace and strength? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. One extra serving of greens, one less glass of wine, a few more steps each day, a few fewer processed snacks. These small acts add up. They become momentum. They become vitality. In the end, the most beautiful skin is skin that reflects health. The most powerful brain is one that is nourished and rested. The most resilient heart is one that is cared for, fed with intention. You have more control than you've been told. The path is simple. Not always easy, but always worth it. So take this knowledge, and don't just think about it. Live it. Let your food be a gesture of self-respect. Let your habits be your hope. Let every meal say, I still care about how I live, how I age, how I show up for myself and those I love. Because aging well is not a gift you stumble upon. It's a life you create.